Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Nimithrander, and we return once more to Enchanted Tales of the Mikawa Festival. And we had some rather unpleasant happenings at the end of last episode. What with shadowy ghosts attacking Aether and Paimon, and apparently also causing random passersby to have hallucinations. I wonder if anyone else has noticed these happenings.
Doesn't look like Miko is around here anywhere. Paimon doesn't see Ayato or Ayaka either. Are we too early? Didn't Ayato say he prepared lodging for everyone at the shrine?
Did you hear? Someone encountered a doppelganger here last night.
A doppelganger? You mean, like a doppelganger of themselves? Or someone they know?
You know what they say. Anyone who sees their doppelganger will be replaced by them within 3 days.
That's just a folktale. It's not real.
Doppelgangers? That's a common folk tale in Inazuma, isn't it? Ever heard of it, Traveler?
I know the gist of it. Or at least I know a version of it, but I wonder what version they're going with.
Yeah, it's a pretty famous one, huh? A friend being replaced by a complete stranger? Also, the timing is a bit too coincidental, don't you think? Could it be related to what we saw last night? The whole doppelganger thing sounds kind of like what Sayu was talking about with Bunshin Phantasm. Maybe something went wrong with Kichiboshi's powers? Well, thinking about it isn't going to get us anywhere. Why don't we go check on Sayu's team?
Well, it's as reasonable a place to start as any.
They're not here yet.
Perhaps they're still asleep.
Well, if it is Sayu we're talking about, it's definitely possible. Oh, someone's coming. Weird. Is he here to work on the equipment? But he doesn't look like any of the workers we saw yesterday. And it doesn't seem like he's here for the games.
He seems to be snooping around.
He snuck away again! Do you think he might be...
Let's follow him and see what he does. I wonder if we're going to have another tailing minigame. Nope. Went down.
He's constantly looking back. Paimon's calling it now. Something fishy is going on.
Don't jump to conclusions. Let's keep watching.
Good point. He could be on his way to meet someone. Let the hunter become the hunted.
Reporting back, ma'am. Nothing suspicious to note at the Bunshin Phantasm booth. It's possible there's no connection to the incident from last night.
Sarah?
Oh, and Hazel. Let me guess, no voice for you either. Yeah, I thought not.
Hazel! What's going on here?
So the Tenryo Commission is on the case, then. I gather that we're not the only ones who saw some strange things last night.
Forgive me, ma'am. I have failed as a detective. I did not realize someone was on my tail.
Oh, don't hold it against him, Sarah. Not exactly every day that the Traveler starts pursuing anything.
So, fascinating. It must be serious if Hazo's involved.
I see.
Huh? What orders? You really can't tell us anything?
I presume that your orders came from the Shogun. Perhaps I should go and speak with her to learn what she thinks is happening here. Come now, who
An
else could—
astute observation, traveler. Tell him the truth.
I'm curious why they're bothering with the question marks, since they're showing us that it's Raiden. Though, it sounds like it's A rather than the Shogun.
What? The Shogun is here?
No. I believe this is A. A very rare visit indeed.
You recognized me with a single glance?
To be fair, it was not at a glance that I recognized you. Rather, it was the cadence of your voice that gave you away. You did a marvelous job with the Raiden Shogun. The two of you are virtually indistinguishable visually. So it is merely the voice that tells the difference.
It matters not. I am certain the person standing before us is our friend, the traveler. His gaze, his presence, his mastery of several types of elemental energy. There is no mistake. And we need his help.
Yep.
No, please! Stay away!
What?
Should we call off the festival, then? Do you believe there is an active threat to the participants? Yes.
You're right. That's a big risk.
The purpose of this festival is to bring humans and yokai together. We cannot allow the culprit to endanger anyone.
What do you propose that we do, then? After all, allowing the festivities to continue affords them an opportunity to attack both humans and yokai.
Fortunately, no one else has been harmed.
I thank you for your diligence, then, eh?
Ah, so the thunder we heard was you!
On the contrary, it was my decision. I was unable to capture the culprit last night, so I left to discuss a plan with Miko. I did not show myself once I saw you were safe, and for that, I apologize.
Speaking of Miko, where is she?
She is investigating the trace of yokai power found at the scene. Though it fades in and out, it never strays from Mount Yogo. Miko is working with the Kamisato siblings to verify the identities of the staff members. They should be done soon. As for the contestants, that inquiry must be performed by someone else.
Is that why you need my help?
The Tenryo Commission is too conspicuous. But as the judge of the competition, you can ask questions without arousing suspicion.
Okay, so you need us to talk to the teams and see if there's an imposter among us?
Precisely. Traveler, I understand these people are your friends, and it puts you in a difficult position. But if one of them has indeed been displaced by a yokai, they could be in grave danger.
I understand. I'll do my best.
Thank you. I truly hope the situation is not as grave as it seems.
What are you guys gonna do next? Continue to investigate from a distance?
Indeed.
Worry not. Miko and I discussed that issue. She claims to have a plan. The preparations are underway as we speak.
On the one hand, A's long seclusion, and the Shogun puppet being little less reclusive, works against us in this instance, because her turning up anywhere, either as A or the Shogun, immediately draws massive amounts of attention just because of how rare an event it is. So, I would say more likely A, and with Yai's help, might be able to put in an appearance simply as part of the festival. It wouldn't be all that unexpected for the Raiden Shogun to take part in such a large-scale event. Or, well, for 500 years it would have been a highly unusual happenstance for her to become involved. But recent times have changed, so we'll see.
One of her genius plans, huh?
Somehow scheme seems more accurate a word.
Indeed. If you learn any details of said plan, I would like to know what I'm getting myself into.
As though beholding illusions. I wonder where they're going to put us down next. Okay. Looks like we're back at the central grounds.
Oh, looks like Sayu's team is already here. Well, guess we'll just play it by ear.
Wonder if anyone else has arrived yet. Nope, looks like Mizuki's missing. I don't think... nope, Toma's not here either. So, Sayu it is. Hello there. At least two of you have voices.
So tired. I don't feel rested at all. How come you two have so much energy? Didn't you stay up even later than me?
I'm afraid that's just how Yoimiya is. Always full of energy. Oh, now, let's be nice here. Indeed.
Oh, it's okay. I can push through. Sayu and Yoimiya seem the same as ever. Kichibushi, too. How should we test them?
Let's ask about the past. Things that only they would know. And preferably things that we know about, otherwise, kinda pointless.
Oh, good idea! Doppelgangers only mimic appearances. They wouldn't know about someone's past. Let's give it a try. White fur! Yellow fur! Yeah, well, the Traveler's judging this thing, so we can't slack off, right? Yeah, if the people in charge are here early, that usually means there's been some kind of emergency. Oh, no, it's just... The Traveler really wanted to see you!
To be fair, I have been missing Yoimiya. I think she's adorable. And I've been constantly annoyed with the fact that Hoyo keeps putting her next to people I want more than her. Last time, it was right next to the Raiden Shogun, for crying out loud. Now, how do I answer that?
Well, it's... your game! Playing your game yesterday? Brought up a whole bunch of old memories. So we wanted to come early to reminisce about old times. You know, because you might be busy later and... stuff.
Very convincing.
White fur, acting super strange.
Yep, you might as well announce at this point that we're hunting doppelgangers, Paimon. The Aranara. I forget, has Yoimiya ever actually seen an Aranara before? Ambushing, on the other hand, that's we've done, but, pilgrimage training, I'm trying to remember. I don't think that would... No, I don't think Yoimiya specifically would have pilgrimages on the mind. Ambushes, I guess, if we're trying to dredge up memories, but I'm curious, actually, Aranara. I want to know what Yoimiya says about Aranara.
Marinara? Yum! Good banana?
Really?
Sumeru, huh? The dreams there are supposed to be special. Did you witness a dream or something? Maybe it could give us some inspiration, and we wouldn't have to think so much.
Sometimes when there are too many feelings in a dream... I'm drawing a blank myself. I'm forgetting precisely what dream they're referring to.
Alright. I was just wondering what kind of dream it was, that's all.
Sounds good.
Oh, we should get out of your hair then. Good luck, everyone. Bye, White Fur. Bye, Yellow Fur. Come back and play. Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? You don't even realize it until someone brings up the past.
Do you still remember the original meaning of our journey? I presume he's referring to his search for Lumine. And I am wondering why that isn't still his top goal. Guess I'm going to have to play the interlude chapter at some point, aren't I?
Oh yeah, totally! It was... what was it again?
Really? You don't actually remember? I figured as much.
Anyway, Paimon didn't pick up on anything suspicious from that team. If anything, we were the weird ones forcing conversations and stuff.
And whose fault is that exactly?
Okay, so maybe it wasn't the best strategy. Leaning into the judge angle is probably a safer bet.
Let me do the talking next time.
Let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way. Paimon saw Toma's team show up just now, so we can investigate them next.
Let's try to make this slightly less absolutely horrendously awkward. Hello, Toma. If it really is you, Toma.
Hey, Toma! We were hoping to learn a bit more about the philosophy behind your game. Is now a good time? Feel a soft bee?
What?
Oh, Boss can explain that one.
Boss and Shose were up super late last night coming up with ideas.
And he's back at it this morning, as energetic as ever. Boss is the best!
Unfortunate, considering you're the...
Time for an interview.
Oh, no, not the... Why are you wearing that? Ugh, you derailed me for a second. It's unfortunate that Toma claims to be the one best suited to explain this, considering he's the only one in his group that doesn't have a voice. Damn it all.
Into you?
Did you design this game with anyone in mind?
Not so fast. Everyone isn't an answer. You need to be more specific about your target audience. Makes sense. Kids need a little exercise here and there. Right. Adults have more stamina, so they can get more out of the game.
If you add another criteria to that, you're back to saying everyone. So try to avoid doing that. If you say 40 to 70, I'm docking you a point, Toma. And there it is. You stopped at 60, but...
Older results. Exercise is important for healthy aging, but something feels off about this.
Simply because we're back to everyone. To a 1,000.
Ah, okay. Wait. That includes everyone!
Yep.
But not for Ioroi.
Yeah, he can't really play any of these games, can he?
Next question! Whoa, not a single stumper.
Never underestimate a housekeeper. It would be my pleasure. I would appreciate it if there were actually more levels being added, but
Yes, Boss Toma!
I think I've already cleared all of them, so no more rewards.
Well, Toma's answers were all very genuine. Paimon didn't notice anything un-Toma-like about them. Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night. If you think about when we saw the nightmare creature, the timing doesn't match up. Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird. So, we're back at square one. That just leaves Kokomi's team, right? Guess we should check them out.
Assuming they've arrived. Gyobu Koban is here, but I'm not seeing Kokomi or Mizuki. I wonder why not. Hello, Gyobu. Would you happen to know where the others are?
Huh? White fur and yellow fur are here early. You're here alone? Huh. Where are Kokomi and the others?
Don't know about Great Yokai, but Soul Lady is behind you.
Soul Lady?
Soul Lady? Oh, as in Soul of the Deep. Okay. Wait, did you say behind us? Kokomi! A little warning next time!
Sounds like you already know why we're here. I imagine you observed the fact that we've been chatting up all of the other participants. So you had the benefit of preparing for our arrival. Oh, you actually know about the doppelganger, okay. Nice reference.
Energy? Oh! The numbers you write in your diary!
In a tree? Dry berry?
All of you have that problem, don't you?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're good. I don't suspect you anymore.
Gyobu Koban is a criminal!
I don't see what any creature would have to gain by mimicking Gyobu Koban. Or any of the Bake Danuki for that matter.
No, of course clear.
In the clear. Is good?
Very good. Don't you worry.
Good.
What about Mizuki? Where did she go?
I would have to assume it's Yae Miko's involvement then.
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Huh? Miko and Mizuki!
Hello, traveler. Paimon.
You seem rather tired. Were you working through the night?
Yes, I left the rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan. At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to note.
That means the culprit didn't manage to sneak in. That's a relief.
Just like that, you let down your guard? And all it took was for me to wear her face.
The culprit? It's you!
Quite gullible, aren't you, Paimon? If you keep joking like this, Yae, I'm going to up my rate to a full 30%.
Oh? Greedy little thing. I thought we agreed on 20.
You're the only person in Inazuma who would make a joke like that at a moment like this. So yeah, you're Yae. Not any doppelganger.
Oh, it's getting harder and harder to tease you, traveler.
Oh, can you stop with the teasing then? Even I'm reaching my limit.
500 years and you're still not used to it? Sounds like you need more practice.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running on fumes.
So, might I ask, what did you do last night?
Investigated the Shogunate officials' nightmares, analyzed the traces of yokai power around Mount Yogo. Oh, and worked on some new game stages, of course.
All in one night?
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the Mikawa Flower Festival. But I also wanted to do my best for my part of the festival. Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Compared to that, complaining about one night of hard work is a little unreasonable, don't you think? You're very persuasive, Kokomi. It would seem you also have a talent for clinical psychology. I'll leave it to you two then.
Sweet dreams.
How ironic of him saying that to her, of all people.
Mizuki really cares about the festival, huh? She's putting so much pressure on herself.
Perhaps she's reminded of the festivals of the past when I was just a kid, and Mizuki a young Baku. We would rush past the other yokai, desperate to get the first piece of fried tofu from the ramen stand. It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years.
Sounds like you haven't forgotten either.
You know, there's something to be said for knowing when to keep your mouth shut, little one. Well, enough about the past. We must focus on the matter at hand.
But you didn't notice anything suspicious, right? That should mean the culprit didn't sneak in.
That's one possibility. The other is that the culprit's transformation is even more convincing than we imagined. In that case, we need a detective with a more professional skill set. Or we need to find a way to provoke them and get their facade to crack.
But that sounds dangerous.
If the culprit is deep in disguise, a slight provocation won't completely expose them. What we need is to create reasonable doubt, make the culprit question whether their cover is blown. As they hesitate over whether to make some kind of last stand, that is our chance.
So, what do you have in mind? How do you plan to provoke them?
Oh, A didn't tell you? Allow me to show you.
Well, this ought to be interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Mikawa Flower Festival, it is my honor to announce an esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival.
So it's exactly what I thought it would be. A will be officially arriving to either take part or observe the festival.
Please welcome Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
Yes, a rare sight.
So this was your plan, Miko?
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. Hyman can't believe she agreed to that.
That's what Mika wants us to take advantage of.
Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless questions.
I'll do my best. That's going to be a long time, I dare say. 500 years is quite a thing to overcome.
Another day of hard work. Where did the time go? Huh? When did A get ahead of us?
Almighty Shogun! Glory to your everlasting reign! Welcome. Welcome.
This stall looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
Ah, you must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
I see. Yet, you remind me of someone. A Doshin from the Tenryo Commission.
Oh.
What are you looking at, eh?
The food offerings. Although this vendor seems...
He's working at the moment.
Working? Ah. I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
Of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities. I'll take 3 orders of dango milk.
Right away.
3 orders? So Paimon gets one too?
Yes. I wanted to thank you for accompanying me. Without you by my side, I imagine the people here would be on edge even now. I have my reasons for being here, of course, but I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere.
This festival is for everyone, including you.
Indeed. The Mikawa Flower Festival. Hundreds of years have passed since I last partook of the festivities. Much is different this time. The people, the place, the games. Yet, the name endures, and the joy of celebration along with it. I suppose that, in itself, is a form of eternity.
Traveler, Paimon. And the almighty Shogun?
Oh, Mizuki! Looks like you got some much-needed rest.
Yume Mizuki. Thank you for your aid earlier.
Of course. I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmares is no small feat. You honor the legacy of the Yumekui Baku.
So not even Mizuki could fix it? What's going on with this nightmare creature?
Let's save the difficult questions for later. Actually, I came here to ask you something. Want to come to the Isa bathhouse with me? Most of the contestants will be there. Oh, and don't worry about payment. It's my treat.
Really? Yes, let's go!
You want us to go to the hot springs? Now? Aren't we in the middle of something here?
Well, game development isn't easy. Most of the contestants are exhausted and could use a break. You've been under a lot of pressure yourselves with the investigation and all, so I thought you might like to join.
Of course we would! Right, Traveler?
I will remain here. I rarely have time away from Tenshukaku, and I would like to continue perusing the stalls.
Aw, that's too bad.
What to do? Well, the Raiden Shogun is the most important person in Inazuma. I think I know how this is going to go. I'm going to refuse to go, and that's going to guilt A into going. Well, let's find out if I'm right.
Ah, I almost forgot. Miko wanted to talk to you, Traveler. I'll take you to her first.
Oh? Well, why don't we all go?
Oh, there we go.
Almighty Shogun, your dango milk is ready.
Oh, delicious.
No need, Shogun. Miko just had some quick things to go over with the judges, that's all. You and Paimon can wait here. We'll only be a minute.
Be right back. And why exactly are we leaving A out of this? What's going on, Mizuki?
Alright, now we can talk freely.
Miko doesn't need to see me, does she? And you needed to talk to me in private. Why?
I think something's off with the Shogun. You've been with her the whole day. Have you noticed anything?
She seems distracted. Troubled, even.
Exactly. You noticed too. I've witnessed a lot of cases where patients, for a variety of reasons, are unwilling or unable to seek help. Unfortunately, that only exacerbates the problem. Until their emotions become so heavy, even the strongest of people collapse under the weight. I see those warning signs in the Shogun.
So even the Archons aren't immune to emotional strain? Actually, why would Aether be asking this question? He already knows the answer is yes. I mean, blimey. Just think about what happened to Farina, for crying out loud. Or what about Zhongli, who was, in fact, strained when speaking of Ajdaha and erosion. The very concept of erosion itself ought to be the answer to this question. Not to mention that A literally went into a 500-year-long isolation session because of the death of her sister. Obviously, the Archons are susceptible to emotion. And Aether would know that.
Humans, yokai, and Archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy.
I understand that much. But why now, all of a sudden?
Anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. That's where you come in, Traveler.
You flatter me. Are you suggesting that I have an avenue to the heart of the Raiden Shogun? But as a clinical psychologist, isn't that where you come in?
Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them more guarded. But don't worry, you'll still have my help. Here, with these 2 special coupons, you can get into Isa Bathhouse after closing. Then, this is what you're gonna do.
Finally, you're back! Paimon's had 2 servings of Dango milk already!
Oh, so you ate my portion then. Thanks for that.
Sorry for the wait. It sounds like the Traveler has other plans, Paimon. So we'll head to the bathhouse on our own.
Huh? You're not coming?
I'll explain later. Just have fun.
Okay. Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg!
Hot spring egg?
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up.
Something tells me you chose to stay behind on our behalf.
What makes you say that?
You want everyone to relax. And you don't want people to be on edge because of you.
If my presence makes them nervous or impedes their ability to relax, does that not defeat the purpose of going to the hot springs? I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone needs is more distractions.
But aren't you under pressure too? Do you never have an opportunity to simply relax?
As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate for another 100 years with no issue.
Only another 100 years? Not very eternal, is it? But you also didn't deny it, did you?
Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, naturally that person should be me.
What if you didn't have to worry about bothering anyone? Would you go to the hot spring then?
What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will.
I'll take that as a yes. And besides which, you are the Shogun. Why not bend it just once? I have a pair of special coupons here. We can get into the bathhouse after closing, and have it all to ourselves. And now I see this being quite the setup. Ay. A steamy after-hours date with the Raiden Shogun in the bathhouse after hours. Oh, that's a YA novel if I've ever seen one.
What clever verbal tricks, Traveler. It appears you've been spending too much time with Miko.
This does smack of her type of trickery, doesn't it? But trust me, it is an honest offer.
You think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? I wouldn't be so sure.
You'll come along, I'm sure.
Persistent indeed. Very well. As you proposed, we shall set out at midnight.
I see. What is the time now? Alright, well. I think our date with the Shogun will wait until the next episode. So, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, as well as my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story. I post once a day, Monday through Friday, so do click the bell to keep up with notifications. And as always, have a good day.
Instead of